And we'll see what EV Box can do. This is definitely not an ideal matchup. We did see a Wellspring in there as well, so Wellspring definitely provides some value in this matchup, allowing more potential 2 prize turns. I don't think this is a bad matchup by any means. Maybe not the best matchup in the world, but definitely not what he wanted to see, but it's winnable. So we're leading with the Rotom as per usual, typical E-Box stuff. This card's a little shiny, it's kind of hard to make them all out here. So we're eyeing up Eevee, Hoot, and probably a Noctowl for next turn. It looks like he's got another Hoot in hand already and a Noctowl, I think. So he might not even grab a Noctowl. Oh, no, he does. So I don't know for sure that the card I saw in hand was Noctowl. But I definitely did see a Hoot. So we're going to have 3 Hoot, Eevee, a Rotom, and then 1 more red spot open. He might just hold one of the Hoots. If he doesn't want to fill up the bench too fast, he wants to leave some bench space open. Just put the other Hoot down next turn. Looks like he is thinking about it, but no. Okay, so all 3 Hoot come down for sure. 1 water going on the Eevee, so we're not playing for the Torrential Pump. Turn 2 play here. If you like Sparkling Crystal, it is still possible, but it would be pretty difficult. Or not necessarily even, it would just require a lot of resources, which you don't want to commit too quickly. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. This last round of the day. So we got the Nest Ball here, let's see what kind of Guardy we got here. Is this typical? Does it have Jellicent? Does it have Drifloon? Does it have 4 monkeys? 3, 2? Fluttermane? Devo TM? You've seen quite a few different builds today. You've certainly seen our fair share of rogue picks, of rogue decks, of rogue techs today, which is very common at Worlds. Very common for people to play things that their opponents might not be as comfortable against, try to take their opponents by surprise at times, because when you're all some of the best players in the world, one of the best ways to gain an advantage is to surprise your opponent. Dario's had a long day. Get all these prize checks out of the way. Looks like Konsta is done prize checking, and we can actually get into the game. Shuffle. Nothing if not thorough here. Extra thorough shuffle. Dario gonna go in for it too. I don't know if he might have just picked up the cut. Well, that was funny after so much shuffling. That looked like Dario might have also given a shuffle. So I think I see Evo TM, Screamtail, Double Psychic, Fez, Ultra Ball on Konsta's side, and then on Dario's side, Nest Ball, Lightning Energy, and Iono maybe. Ooh, okay, yeah. So Konsta's just gonna have to Evo. I mean, I think if he Ultra Ball, he could have Ultra Ball for like Mew maybe if he really wanted to, but Okay, so we got Boss, Lightning, Nest Ball, Iono. He's got to be thinking, like, can I win? Right? Because it's possible. But I don't know. I don't think it is with the hand that he has. But if he plays Sparkling Crystal, then it is possible for him to set up Wellspring in one turn. Gonna use the Terror Orb first. Gonna take a look. At what he's got. See if it seems like the play is available to him. He's eyeing up the Wellspring. That kind of makes me think that he thinks he has it. He's planning it out. Nest Ball, Lightning Energy. Oh, there's an Ultra Ball. So Ultra Ball grabs Noctowl, which grabs Area 0 and Sparkling Crystal, or Area 0 and Ultra Ball, and then that Ultra Ball grabs Crispin and Sparkling Crystal, and then Nest Ball gets Latias? No? He says no. He shakes his head. He's I don't think so. I know Cyrus. He's trying to figure it out. Ultra Ball. He must not have it then, I guess. He's discarding the Nest Ball. Something is prized. Noctowl. There's another Ultra Ball. You can Noctowl for... Yeah, Ultra Ball Air Balloon. He forgot. He forgot to grab the Noctowl. There we go. And I think he's got it. Noctowl. Ultra Ball. Air Balloon. Yeah, I mean, he's got it. He's got it. And maybe he was shaking his head when I joked that he was telling me he didn't have it. Maybe he was like, "Ah, man, I can't believe I'm gonna donk on stream in round 8 of Worlds, the winning in." Crispin, show the 2 energy. Yeah. All right. Wow. Okay, so he did have it. We got there, one way or another. He got to the donk, and he boxed up a game against Gardy. So we should have time for 3 games at least, if game 2 is not too long. You like to see some fast games? So Konsta's probably going to choose to go first, game 2. He probably doesn't play any of the techs that might be good in this matchup, like Klefki or Shaman. I'm assuming are not in the list. Those are cards that I think have fallen into favor for this event. Klefki, I think some people were definitely playing, but seems like most people decided it wasn't worth it. So, I mean, there's not much to say about what Konsta could have done differently last game, obviously. Ideally, just get set up, and matchup's fine for him. I don't think Dario's... Okay, Dario is playing the Sylveon, actually, so it makes him match a little bit more complex because he can like shuffle Drifloon and a bunch of energy onto the deck as a disruption piece, or like double guard you back in to buy a turn. So that Sylveon can be very disruptive here. Clefairy start from Konsta is not good either. Okay, and he is playing the Jellicent build, which can be a little bit less consistent. So we may be seeing that that come up and be punishing. Psychic, Dark, Psychic, Dark, just prize checking all the energy here. Mew prized, Frillish prized. I mean, he might only play 1/1 Jellicent, so, but he already vesseled away that Jellicent, so don't think he was really eyeing that up here. Anyways, looks like he does have 2 Bravery Charms, so might still play Drifloon in here, in addition to the Jellicent, which I don't think we've seen yet. I haven't really seen a lot of that in general, even outside of this event. So that could be interesting. Terapco start could honestly be a little bit annoying for Dario if he had like a turn 1 Phantom attack. That would no longer be on the table. But I mean, he could still get Latias. Okay, so just attaches, benches Ralts, walls for Ralts, benches it, attaches Clefairy, and passes. I wish we didn't have, I don't mind seeing the layers here and there, but I wish we didn't have as much time during deck searches spent looking at the players' faces instead of what the deck that they are searching through to see sort of what they're contemplating. Got a Nest Ball here. Now Dario's gonna prize check. You see he has his own Clefairy, as you would expect for the Polt matchup. See what he's eyeing up here. Presumably this is going Rotom for, I mean, the one of those EVs is prized. Still has access to the other one with the Rotom. What else? Do we want to see here? The Latias would be good to get down, just so nothing gets trapped. Whether that Terapgos could be kind of a liability, and its retreat cost getting stuck in the active at times, so probably want to get the Latias down pretty early. But here we go. Here's the Rotom. Eevee, Hoot Hoot, Noctowl. Throw the Hoot Hoot and the Eevee down. And then probably just gonna attach, maybe even just to the active. So you can attack with it next turn. I kind of like the attach to the active a little bit better. It depends on what's in his hand. I mean, you might just easily be eyeing up the Latias play next turn, in which case, skin for the energy on the EV. Yeah. So he is going to go with Latias next turn and just go for the Flareon attack to make sure that you get a second attacker set up, which is important, right? Just depending on how many research you have to use to get there. But he has a Noctowl, so passed. Artisan coming down, it looks like, and it's going to be used immediately, which signals that Konsta might not have the best hand here, because typically you would go for the research of the Iono before the Artisan if you had it, and had not a lot of Pokemon on your bench. Because then you want more Pokemon, right? You don't want to Artisan for the Ralts, and then research into another Ralts, or... you'd be happy to research into this Ralts here that you're Artisaning for, so you wouldn't want to thin it out. You'd be happy to research into it because then you just Artisan for something else like Munkidori. So when you want more Pokemon on the board, typically you Artisan after your draw support. But looks like we're just going for, just a Clefairy attack here. That's brutal. Well, Dario's got to be happy about that. And we'll see if he could now decide, okay, actually, maybe I will go ahead and set up 2 energy on this Terrapgos and just one-shot this Clefairy. Or we'll see him go maybe use Flareon to set up a Wellspring. A cool play he can make here is to Turo the Terrapagos. I don't know if he has the card for this, but he could Turo the Terrapagos, evolve Flareon, attach, and then put 2 energy on a Wellspring, and then go for the Torrential Pump on the following turn, knocking out the Clefairy and Event Trolls. But I don't think he has all that. But we'll see what he also off the Noctowl here. If it's Area 0 Nest Ball, then I think... well, he still needs a Flareon. I think we see Fez, maybe an Energy. Maybe Area 0, and then if he plays like a copy of Scarno, that could be really good. That would be excellent, actually. Area 0. Scarno would be super strong here. No, just Crispin, so I think we might actually be seeing Clefairy knocked out here then. Because that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. He needs 2 more Pokemon. He's got a Poffin. Yeah, I think he's got a Fez as well if he wants to fetch that. But looks like we're eyeing up another Hoot first. And yeah, as long as he has Pokemon in hand, which I'm pretty sure he does. Crispin. What are we going for? Grass and... What's your next most useless energy? The other lightning, maybe? You're already down 1, so that makes it probably more worth keeping. It looks like it goes for the water. Okay, gonna run the fire instead. Interesting. Still wanting to have that Sylveon option open, maybe? But not caring as much about... I mean, you still got 1 fire in deck. Not the hugest decision in the world, but it definitely matters. You want to optimize that. He's got to bench another Pokemon. I think he's got another Pokemon. Is he going to put an Ultra Ball here? Pretty sure he just has Fez, though. So I'm assuming that's what he slapped down there. This is double counting, triple counting. Yeah, that was the Fez that comes down. Takes knockout on the Clefairy. And we'll see. What has Konsta got? Gardevoir, Counter Catcher, and 1 more card. Fez. Okay, it is the Fez, so you can draw some cards. Iono. Rare Candy Iono, be good. Counter Catch, another Rare Candy, Psych Energy, Bravery Charm. So you can get Gardevoir out here, but does he even have another? Well, yeah, he can. He's got 2 more energy. They were just on the Clefairy. Is he just gonna evolve the Gardevoir? And I mean, do you maybe counter catcher the Fez, or do you just take the knockout on the active here? The Fez would force Dario to find Latias, but the knockout would get Konsta a couple prizes, and maybe the cards drawn off the prizes there are pivotal in him making it come back. Like maybe I don't know if the prize or something like that. And if he brings up the Fez, he always risks Dario playing like a jamming tower or something like that, discarding the Area 0, and then just removing one of those heavily damaged liabilities. I think he's debating it. I mean, I don't know what else he would be debating. He could Bravery Charm the Fez maybe, so that it doesn't get boss knocked out by Terrapagos. Stuff. I mean, yeah, he's gonna take knockout. He wants those prizes. I kind of like going for the Fez, actually, but I understand why you go for the Terrapagos here. Iono, Eevee, there's a Psychic Energy. We surely want Fire now. Eevee EX comes down. And that allows Mew EX to come down as well. Board. Area 0 is now back in effect. And I think we probably just see Iono here. Oh no, we're just gonna go for Flip first, try to hit some other supporter options. That makes sense. Ultra Ball, Water Energy, Counter Catcher. Okay, so we're gonna Ultra Ball away, what, Counter Catcher Leafeon, maybe? Is that 2 Counter Catcher in hand? I don't know if he had 1 or 2, but I mean, he's getting rid of it. Yeah, he's doing Counter Catcher Leafeon. Yeah, he did have 2 Counter Catcher. Okay. And then we're going to see Noctowl here, presumably. And then Noctowl gets maybe like Terror Orb Crispin could be good. Set up the Flareon. I mean, he can even go for a knockout with the Flareon, right? Boom. Terror Orb is eyed up already. And then there's the Crispin. Yep, he's got the second fire in deck. Crispin. Boom. Going back in. We're gonna use the Terror Orb. Get the Flareon. Boom. Evolve. Use the Crispin. Fire and water. He's just taking a look through, but I think that's the water there, yeah. Surely that's what he's going for here is the Carnelian. I think this is definitely a play. I mean, it could be risky. I mean, Konsta's already down 1 Rare Candy, but I mean, technically, he could go Rare Candy Gardevoir, Drifloon, knockout, and then you don't have any attackers on board. But I think even then, you can probably come back from that. Maybe not. It would be a bad spot, but I don't think he's too worried about that. I think that with the 1 Rare Candy Konsta has left, it's going to be pretty difficult. And then Dario probably still has like Blood Moon, maybe, as an out to knock out the Fez. Something like that, probably. But we're just going to see the Carnelian. 280. Takes 2 prize cards. Gets Fan Rotom and Noctowl. So Noctowl could obviously be pretty helpful next turn if he needs to find something. We're just going to start with Flip the Script. Do we get an Iono? That's step 1. Rare Candy Guardy, Iono, Drifloon, Bravery Charm, another Psychic in this card. We do find an Iono. We've got Counter Catcher. We have Artisan. So surely we play the Artisan, get the Drifloon, attach the Bravery Charm to it, and then just Iono into Rare Candy Gardevoir every time. He's debating. Artisan. Now we see the Artisan used. If it is, he's grabbing Drifloon and putting a Bravery Charm on it, I think. Just thinking, I mean, it could be Screamtail as well. there's the Screamtail. Yep, okay, that's fine. Same idea. But we can go after the Mew EX instead. He needs Munkidori too, though. Okay, so off the Iono here. Every single time we draw Munkidori, Dark Energy, Break, and Gardevoir. So let's just Brave Return the Screamtail, since we are hitting that combo. And then we don't need a Counter Catcher, because the Flareon cannot use Carnelian again next turn anyways. So we just play the Iono. The research is not gonna get us there. It's gotta be the Iono. Into the I was going for the research. And yeah, no candy. So second Ralts, Monkey, Nitrate for the dark. Oh, Nitrate for what dark? Is it even one? Maybe we Nitrate for a Psychic to retreat the Curlia, and he's just gonna pass. He doesn't even, I think he's just figures he's lost. Dario still has to think it out. Still got to make sure that he does have it. He might not. He doesn't have to flip the script. He's only got one Noctowl. I don't know. Switch Boss is what he needs, right? I don't know if he plays that though. We don't know if he actually even has Switch in his deck. Noctowl. Gonna go for. Okay, so Boss certainly in there. Those things are eyeing up Area 0 and another Ultra Ball. And the Wellspring. Okay, so I think he sees a line with Wellspring here. We see. Gotta make sure he does everything right. I would just move all the pieces you're gonna search for to the front during this search. And then you go and just grab them all one after the other. So you go Area 0. Okay, and then we Ultra Ball away Rotom and Iono, sure. For another Noctowl. Jewel Seeker. For Nest Ball. And Crispin. I don't know if he has it. Does he have... How's he getting the third energy on there? Does he have like an energy switch in hand or something? Oh, he's already got the Sparkling Crystal. Okay, I thought it was in deck. Yeah, and there it is. Chunchabum going to take those last two prize cards. Dario Scarno is the one who is going to proceed into day 2 of the World Championships with EV Box. Well played by him. I mean, unfortunately there's not really anything that Konsta could have done differently. He could have Iono'd there. I mean, I think it still would have lost ultimately. It was just a very unfortunate 2 games, but nonetheless, congrats to Dario. And I'm gonna head out. It's been a long day, but thank you so much, everyone who tuned in, everyone watching now, everyone watching on YouTube, and I will be back for more games tomorrow.